All right, we're here with Bill Ballance, 5-time GNCC champ, soon to be probably 6. You just saw the number 1 plate, it's there for a reason. Just got through qualifying for probably the biggest thing that happened to our sport, in my opinion. What was it like from the beginning to the end? Did you get a good start out there in the qualifier?
No, that's been one of my biggest faults so far this weekend. That's what hurt me on the first qualifier. I just haven't been able to pull a good start. I know a lot of it's our motor. We've come down here, all of us cross-country guys come down here with basically our cross-country power and all that stuff, and it's hurting us out there. We didn't know how bad till we got here, but we're just hoping, to get in through there. I know there can be some bobbles in the first couple corners. I've seen that already, so we've learned from that a little bit. I think it's going to rain. We're probably going to go with some taller tires, and if I come into the turn last this time, I think I've learned a little bit, and there's some openings that's happening out there in them first couple corners, and if they start getting tangled, start rubbing in there, I'm going to try to find a hole and just shoot for it and try to get out front. Once I'm on the track, I feel comfortable. I feel like I can ride with any of the guys out there. I just got to get out there from the start because it's so hard to pass out there.
Right. We were just talking to Jason Luberg about the start, and he was pretty positive there isn't an advantage on any part of that track. So you didn't win your heat or anything, but according to what he was saying, it doesn't matter where you're on that line. They did a good job with being a nice, even playing field. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think it's really even. They've got some whoops out there that's really wide. You can go through it 2 bikes wide, and rhythm section that's crossed up, and they've staggered the jumps, and can be some passing done there if you get your timing down right. There's some triple options in there. We've been doing those, and just got to get a good start. That's what I've learned so far. We haven't done that, and you've got to do that to get up front because I've been out there. The first qualifier, I was able to pass 3 guys, and if I could have passed one more, I would have been in main right off the bat. But there is some passing that can happen out there, but we've got to get a good start.
Right. Do you think the gate, you're not really a gate person. You're more of a dead engine start. Maybe we can get them to do that for you now. But do you think the gate has anything to do with it? It's not your gig. I mean, or you go out there watching it some, or just gotta pull the trigger?
I did do some practicing with at home and on our own motocross track before we come down here. I did 2 or 3 days of practicing on starts, and I have been jumping across the gate right there with all the guys. It's just as soon as we start grabbing gears, those higher powered motors are pulling a little bit away from us down there on the start. But
they're built to the hilt where they're ready for a short distance race. You guys are all about endurance. That totally makes sense.
They're built for a 20-minute moto, and we're built for 2 hours. But we'll learn from that this year, and hopefully this will be good for ESPN, and I know it's good for our sport, and we'll learn from that and come back with next year with a little different game plan.
Touching on what you just said, good for ESPN, good for our sport and everything. I don't think they could have got a better story. I know they're looking for some cool, interesting things. Here you got John Natale, who didn't run away with it like they expected. You've got the older guy, 40 years old, Doug Eichner, that goes out and wins the qualifier. And you got Bill Ballance and William Yoakley, the GNCC crowd, in winning or out there in the mud, what looks like a lot of mud. The guy at the television drinking a beer on the TV at home, he's probably thinking, well, that's definitely cross country. Of course, Bill's doing well, and so is William. It adds to the story. I think I'm sure you're sitting here agreeing. If we get a monsoon like we just might, this hurricane's coming, Hurricane Dennis, I believe they call it. If that hits, do you and William have an advantage?
I think so. I definitely seen that from our last chance qualifier out there. Me and William was right together right off the start.
Right.
And we wound up getting around 4 guys right through that whole race right there. They was either wrecking or getting hung or sliding into some corners too hard. And a little bit of patience and some smarts being able to know how to handle those conditions helped us a lot. So if it does that in the main, hopefully if we're not in the first turn with the guys and can get a good start, maybe we can find a couple holes here and there and get around some guys really quick and get up front. And if we can get there, I think we can stay there.
Have they mentioned, I haven't even talked to the guys at all, if it does, we do get this monsoon, this hurricane hits, and it's raining hard, are they still running? Have you talked to anyone what they're going to do?
As far as I know, they're running unless the lightning or a tornado or something's too bad for us to handle.
And that's exactly what you want to see.
This year it wouldn't bother me a bit. If I was one of these high horsepower guys, I wouldn't want to see it at all.
Right. Okay. Well, we look forward to talking again, hopefully from the winner's circle. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
All right, Bill. See ya.